So now we are heading towards the penultimate event of day one. We had a fascinating morning and the afternoon. Fascinating because, as I just mentioned before the power went off here, that the men's 100 meters national record was broken by Manikanta 10.23. He beat the record of Malik 10.26 set in 2016. So at 3:15 Indian Standard Time, the record was broken. As we now move to the men's 10,000 meters, huge field. That's a huge field, and that is the reason why you see the staggered start. 25 laps of the Sri Kantirava Stadium here in Bangalore. Oh, it's going to be taxing to give you the names, but nevertheless, Manoj Kumar, Mohan Saini, Ankit Deshwal, Gurpreet, Harendra Kumar. I've come to 10. Start from 11.
Yeah. And Pradeep, Naveen Chauhan, Arun Rathod, Parvej, Shivaji Parashu, Vishal Sherwal, Murli Gavit, a big name as far as this event is concerned, Ajay Bind, Praveen Jayant Kambal, Ankit Kumar, Harish, Shravan Beniwal, Sandeep Singh, Kalidas Hirave, Chandan Yadav, Arun, Preet.
Athlete would make it in about 34 or 35 minutes. The national record, and this is what I want to discuss with you. 1978, as they set off 25 laps of the Sri Kantirava Stadium, the meet record 1978, Shivnath Singh at Jalandhar, 28 minutes 58.10. So the meet record has stood since 1978.
And I hope this could be the very oldest record which still exists.
It is the oldest record. The marathon record, we'll check up. I think the marathon record is equally old, which is also Shivnath Singh. But here they are. Early days, we are into the first 200 meters. Just how fast in the 10,000 meters depends on several factors. The level of endurance and economical running action and a certain amount of willpower. Who has the willpower to last 25 laps? Who has the willpower to maintain a lead? Who has the willpower to break away and say, thank you, I'm now going ahead?
Yeah. Generally, for this long distance runner for quite a long time, the high altitude trainers are gifted with that. Many people, those who concentrate in their high altitude training only, are able to come up in this event. And as you said, the record, the oldest record which had been created in 1978, almost 45 years back, that is still to be broken. And even if we take the national record, it was created in 2008, and that is also almost 14 to 15 years old.
So we'll try and tell you who's in the lead, but these leads will not be maintained for a long time. Muthu just mentioned about high altitude, and I remember when the 1968 Olympic Games were awarded to Mexico with its altitude of 7,550 feet above sea level, a whole new area of athletes training was set into motion. In the short term, athletes from countries close to sea level tried to adapt before the games to the reduced oxygen content of the high altitude in Mexico by acclimatizing over some months at locations of similar heights.
Yes, as you rightly said, it gains significance, and at present, even though they will have to go for very many more rounds, it is 1088 who is in the lead.
Ajay Bind.
1088 Ajay.
Ajay Bind is representing Uttar Pradesh. Remember the name Pritam Bind? He's here in the stadium. Now a coach. Pritam Bind used to run the 800 and the 1500 meters at Hyderabad. So the young boy Mohan Saini perhaps could be one of those favorites out here in the 10,000 meters.
And
But
Milind sir, as you said, that SSCB is coming at present in the third position. That is Sandeep Singh of SSCB.
so if you look at the men's 10,000 meters, The Paris Olympic qualification mark is exactly 27 minutes. This is one of the meets which, if they do manage to get 27 minutes, they should be in with chance. But India's all-time top list, 28 minutes 02.89, is Surinder Singh of the services. 28 minutes 15.38 is Karthik Kumar. 28 minutes 17.21 is Gulveer Singh. And India's top list of 2023 is Karthik Kumar in the list. If he's there, then 28 minutes 15.38, 30th September. The second on 30th September, Gulveer Singh, he's got 28 minutes 17.21. We've got 20 laps to go. Still from here on, the bunch will start segregating. It's still the same.
And as far as the last editions, the results is
1,000 meters, just for academic interest. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's brilliant run. Absolutely brilliant run. We've got plenty of time. 15 laps to go. Who really has the ability to hold on? Monsani is there. And talking of the 10,000 meters in the world, it's been the Moroccans, the Ethiopians, the Kenyans. 26 minutes 11.00, Joshua Chipteki. But if you look at the other names, Kenisa Bekele held the world record, Haile Gebrselassie held the world record, and the great Paul Tergat, who shifted from the 10,000 meters to the marathon. So the 10,000 meters has been the stepping stone for these runners to move into the marathon. Surinder Singh did it, although he ran the 5,000.
following him is also from services. No, that is from Uttarakhand. Ankit Kumar is taking over the second spot. The top three moving as a bunch, just 1 meter distance between all of them, and that bunch remains on top, leaving the others a little behind. Of course, 10 meters behind, two of the athletes are moving together for the fourth and fifth spot.
Very interesting. The first world record in the men's 10,000 meters was recognized by the International Association of Athletic Federation in 1912. Now, can you beat this? The first ratified record, Gene Bound's time of 30 minutes 58.8 seconds had been run the year before, and as of June 20th, 2009, 37 men's world records have been ratified by the IAAF. 10,000 meters, 25 laps. You need some energy. You need some energy.
Yes, the leaders will have to go for 13 more laps, and Mohan Saini of services still continues to be the leader. He is moving well ahead. The top three athletes are moving just one after the other, and for a long distance, we could not spot out the third and fourth. All the top three are moving together. Mohan Saini of services being the leader. We have Ankit Kumar of Uttarakhand in the second spot, and in the third spot it is 1040 Sandeep Singh of SSCB. The first and third services, second spot is with Uttarakhand.
Except for 1993, when it was a Brazilian, if I can recollect, or a Portuguese, 1984. Then it was in 1993 when someone else won it, I recollect. After that, it's been a domination. Mexico's Arturo Barros won it in 1989. But after that, it's been all the way the Moroccans, the Kenyans, the Ethiopians, and the Somalians. Amazing, isn't it? African nations, we all say poverty. We all say they उनके पास दो वक्त का खाना, तीन वक्त का खाना नहीं है. But they go on to win the title, then go to the United States or Europe, and they then settle down in these countries. In fact, a lot of them now run for Bahrain. So they've all shifted from the United States or from Europe to run for Bahrain and for Qatar in the World Championships. The lead has now changed. Mohan Saini in second place. The leader, Ankit Kumar of Uttarakhand. So yes, from the mountains, Uttarakhand, Dehradun, the capital, Mussoorie, the hills, and all these runners. But the lead is not much. Four of them close on each other's heels. I suspect with 12 laps to go, somewhere one of them will break away.
Yes, and that is 1114 Ankit Kumar of Uttarakhand is the leader now, and Mohan Saini of services, who was enjoying the leadership for quite long time, is now at the second spot, and in the third spot we have Sandeep Singh of services. Sir, and you were referring that even though the poverty was there, the long distance runners were hailing only from those countries. What would have been the diet and all, sir?
Well, what they do is when they start off, it's a normal diet because there's no coach. There's no coach. They all run in the mountains. They run in the hills. They need to cross five mountains or six hills to go and fetch. If you recollect Kavita Raut, the girl from Nasik, she would actually run four or five hills to come to Nasik to train. Now this is in India,
To
Kavita
train
Raut.
itself.
That's right. Then later, of course, she started staying in Nasik because someone said, "Oh, here is an India girl," and then she started staying in Nasik. But before that, she would actually run three or four hills before she came to Nasik to train. And it's the same with the Kenyans, the Moroccans, the Ethiopians, the Algerians, the Somalians. They do not know what running is until they start taking part in some meets. They win. They are scouted by someone, and then they go to the United States to the collegiate system. So the diet then changes from the standard. Jaise, we would eat a oily puri and a sabji, or a dosa which is oily, or a paratha which is oily. The diet then changes for these people once they go into a safe hands of the coach.
So it has come naturally in their gene itself, traveling for a longer period, a longer distance.
One would say that it is gene, it is poverty, because remember, each of these Kenyans, the Africans, they have 9, 10 members of the family, and they need to get a job to support the 9 members of the family. So what do you do? You go the steeplechasers, for example. I was talking to them in the Olympic Games. They all win a medal somewhere. They go to the United States, get a scholarship, and then start sending money back home in Kenya or in Somalia or in Ethiopia.
Yeah, yeah.
So the second factor to me is poverty. The poverty says I need the food for my not only for myself, I need food for my family. So poverty is another reason why you do that. Third is the genes you just mentioned, and one of the reasons perhaps could be the passion to win. The
Milind,
passion to win. The passion to win is very addictive. Once you start winning in any walk of life, you say, "I must continue to win."
Milind sir, it is quite amazing. You have put in a lot of effort in studying the nature and in what way they are being brought. And yeah, the stride length and the speed in which Dinesh of Maharashtra is moving appears to be so. As Milind Wagle sir said, Dinesh of Maharashtra is maintaining the same speed as well as the stride length of the leader. So it appears to be second, and also closely to him we have the third person with bib number 1040, that is Sandeep Singh of services.
I'm told that Dinesh is from Nasik in Maharashtra. There's a lot of training. I know of a coach there who trains a lot of 5,000 and 10,000 meters runners. Kavita Raut perhaps has encouraged the youth out there to take part in these. She was a wonderful athlete, 5 and 10,000 meters, then switched to the marathon, runs the 21, used to run the 21K, looks over his shoulders, Mohan Saini, he says, "I'll wait for you, no worries, three to go."
Even though Mohan Saini had taken a lead, following him, Dinesh of Maharashtra was not prepared to allow him, and he came so close, and he's very much closely behind him. And for the third spot, also we have Sandeep Singh of services, who is also very close, just one after the other, not even 1 meter distance between them, closely following. And it appears to be that the second and third people are reserving their energy to go for the all out in the last few
The
meters.
major consideration in the 10,000 meters is running is not the technique, but the conditioning of the body to perform at peak efficiency. This requires some understanding of how the energy systems of the human body function in order to decide which endurance components are developed by using certain training methods. It's very complex, very, very complex.
And there you could watch Mohan Saini of services, who was taking a big lead in between, is now very closer to the next fellow. And also the what to say, the strength of the body, the appearance, he seems to be so tired when compared to the second and third.
Well, the human energy production can be divided into three complex systems. In fact, two of these are classified as anaerobic without oxygen systems because they do not require oxygen but depend on chemical reactions. And the third system is known as the aerobic with oxygen because the energy produced depends largely on oxygen intake. Ah, beautiful. I love this. I
Leaders
love the three of them.
Leaders go for the last lap, and that is Dinesh of Maharashtra, who had overtaken and enjoying the first position, leaving Mohan Saini of
It's
SSCBs to the second.
It's not over. It's not over. Monsani strong. Dinesh is strong. Look at them going there. Oh, amazing. Wonderful. I love this.
Nobody is prepared to give up. Mohan Saini as well as Dinesh, they are moving so close. Dinesh taking the lead from Uttarakhand, Maharashtra. And you could see they have entered the home stretch, and it is Dinesh of Maharashtra who is putting himself in forward, and Mohan Saini of services just behind him finishing for the second spot. And for the third we have Sandeep Singh of Sports Control Board. Services Sports Control Board. Amazing race, excellent race, wonderful. And in the last lap, especially in the last 300 meters, it was Dinesh of Maharashtra who had taken over the leadership, continued, increased the speed, and at the end, while finishing the race, he had almost more than 5 to 6 meters lead. He was so quite comfortable, he was always following the leader, and in the initial stages and up to almost 80% of the race, he never exhibited himself in top, and that was Dinesh of Maharashtra, who reserved his energy for the last few meters. Yes, only in the last 300 meters he opened up. That was a brilliant race, excellent opening and exact opening. If he could have delayed in opening the race, that might have made Mohan Saini of services, who finished second, to move to top position. Yes, it was a wonderful race there by Dinesh of Maharashtra. And here Dinesh of Maharashtra will have to tell her personal best is 29 minutes 51.04 seconds, while the season best is also 29 minutes 51.04 seconds. A brilliant race there by Dinesh.